Tony Gaming, and today I will be reading Diary of an 8-Bit Warrior, pages 41 through 50. And I will start now. Suddenly being a warrior doesn't seem like such a glamorous job anymore. Maybe I should be a blacksmith. That seems like a safe profession. Am I afraid? Maybe I don't have what it takes to be a true warrior. A real warrior would never be afraid, especially not from a poster on the wall. Well, it might be normal to be scared from time over time, right? I'm only 12 after all. Saturday. There aren't any classes on Saturdays, so this morning I hung out with Steve again. He helped me craft a sword, my very first. I wasn't allowed to take crafting basics. I am holding in my hands was unbelievable. The stuff of legends. Hey, I know. It was only a wooden sword. Hey, I had to start somewhere, right? So Steve crafted a practice dummy. I swung my sword out until half its durability was gone. After that, I asked Steve what's on my mind. Hey, Steve, are you ever afraid? Afraid, he blinked. Afraid of what, mobs? Yeah, of course. He paused for a moment. Then he stepped closer. Actually, the thing, I'm crazy to tell you this, but I've died in this world before. Died? What was he talking about? I didn't understand. Steve Holmes' whole incredible story. At first, he arrives in our world. He's there. I eventually left the desert and found a whole creeper where a creeper snuck up on him, and he heard hissing sound and boom. He turned around and the creeper went boom. That was the end of Steve. Except it wasn't. The next was really strange. He says everything went red, then black. He woke up in very same distance that he originally appeared to. As into the story, I didn't know what to make it was. Well, Steve is telling the truth. Not only was he from another world, but he was immortal as well. What he said was true. That means that means he can become a really good warrior, a legendary warrior. Congratulations, you're dead. Steve the Undying. Regenerate. Huh? Where am I? I've seen what happens when one of us dies. We just fall over and vanish into a cloud of smoke. Villagers can actually die, but not Steve apparently. Mental note. In case of danger, let Steve go first. Sunday. Well, I've been writing this diary for over a week. It doesn't really feel like that much time has passed. Maybe it's because we've been training so hard at school. By the way, I received another performance sheet. Runt's performance. Farming 12%. Building 3%. Crafting 6%. Level 7. I'm sure it's because the teachers didn't like our furnace house. Again, this is totally unfair. My level is still horrible despite my hard training. I'm only level 7. Even Bumby scores higher than mine. Bumby is a really weird kid, but he's good at both farming and building things. My building score is holding my level back. If I want to improve, I have to do extra building class, which means I have to build stuff the teachers actually like. But I still don't see what's so bad about the furnace house. But I'm really going to have to think about this. Is there a reason why the teachers like those mushroom houses? But why? Think. I'm happy with even a level 20 at this point. Sigh. I'm so pathetic. Of course, Max has been bragging. He's level 15 now. How can I catch up to him? This is things a lot harder than I thought. I've decided to spend Sunday nights practicing my building. I've got to raise my score. Stump and I discussed if the teachers don't like our furnace house. Well, the mushroom houses were beautiful, Stump said. Maybe that's the reason. The teachers are tricky. They'll never tell us the real reason. We have to figure ourselves. We talked the whole morning. Eventually I had an idea. It's about the efficiency. I said, efficiency? Here's the real thing it takes. What does it take to mushroom house? A mushroom? Exactly. Here's my idea. The teachers created the girls' mushroom house that's so high. The mushroom house is just made out of a giant red mushroom. All it takes to create giant mushroom houses, one red mushroom, boom. That right means you don't need a lot of materials to make a mushroom house. If you're standing in the wilderness and started to rain, a mushroom house can provide instant shelter. All you need is smack some bone meal on red mushroom and bam, you have a basic shelf house, or at least a roof at very least. On the other hand, it takes 8 cobblestone to make a single furnace. In other words, you're making a house out of furnaces, which is very, very insufficient. You can't make such a house unless you have a ton of cobblestone on hand. I shared this idea with my pal Stump. That's the sound of village herd. That's the sound a villager makes when he's thinking or real hard. Then Stump agreed with me. That has to be it, he said, nodding. What's funny Though it's funny is the girls weren't even aware of how great their house was. They just made it because they thought it was cute. Right. Don't worry, said Stump. Now we know our building scores are going to take off. I hope so. I'm sure of it, he said. He still paused. I guess he's going to say finish a sentence. We have to think of something even better than Mushroom House. Monday. Breaks over. Back to school. In building class, I listened intensely to what the teachers were saying. I observed everything. In 2 days, there will be another building project. Stump and I must prepare that day. We're going to think of something good to build. Something in that amazes the teacher. Something that wipes the smirk off of Max's face. In 3 days, when I got another performance sheet, I'll have a good building score. He glanced up at Stump during Max. I saw his gleam in his eye. He was saying the same thing. Yeah, we're going to build something absolutely crazy. Tuesday. Hey, Joe. My name is Runt. And I'm a noob muffin. The end. Her. That was Max trolling me. He took my diary. I didn't even notice. I was at school. It was lunchtime. I was about to write in there. Then Raspberry, Max's buddy, started asking me a whole ton of totally ridiculous questions about fishing. Hey, Runt, do you fish more than you like cows? Have you ever caught a squid? Is it possible to swim and fish at the same time? I was so confused. I set my diary down and turned to face him. At that point, Raspberry paused. He was probably running out of things to ask. I guess 3 questions was a lot for him. Then he started asking me random stuff like, have you ever milked a mushroom? I turned back to my diary. Little did I know in a short time I was going to Raspberry. Max had taken my diary and stuff in it, so Raspberry was just distracting me. And that is 50 pages. If this video gets 3 likes in the next week, I'll read 20 pages of this book instead of 10. Bye! Please like and subscribe.